Yo, hello everyone. Okay, I'm not sure. Am I live? Okay. I think I'm live, and so far no one is around. But anyways, this is my first live, and I am terrified. Hey, I see somebody in. Hello. Please do forgive me. I am so nervous. I've not done this. So this is my first live stream, and I'm going to be very nervous going forward. Please do tolerate me, and please do let me know if you can hear me. That's very important because I was trying to do some testing with my audio, and it was not showing me anything. Please say something in the comments and say you can hear me, and then we can proceed from there. Okay, I see three people are in. Tea and crime. Hey, what's up, bro? I see your comment down here. Um, this is so confusing. Um, I just want to know if I can be heard. That's what I want to hear. Whoever is there, please let me know if you can hear me. I'll be highly grateful. Okay. Let me just go on with the live. So, guys, I did not plan anything. I've not written anything, and can hear you. Oh, thank you, Starlight Animations. Is it Elobile, or how do you pronounce that? Elobile. Thank you so much. At least now I can relax and begin the stream. So, guys, as I have mentioned, this is my first live stream, and I'm not sure what exactly I'm ought to do. All I know is that I need to say something. And so this live stream, I am dedicating it to you guys asking me questions about me so that you can get to know me better. I know I just post videos. I think I have like 24 videos now on the platform, and I've never basically introduced myself properly, and for you to get to know me. So I'm Clantus. I'm a South African. I enjoy true crime a lot, and Olebile. Okay, Olebile. I think that's you South African, right? I see Netlohonolo is in the house as well. We hear. Okay, thank you. I feel better now because I was doing some tests. So with StreamYard, you have to test the audio and the camera and everything else. I remember as I was doing the testing, I tried to place my camera. Basically, I'm using my cell phone. I placed my cell phone landscape, but I was upside down, and I was like, "What's going on?" Until I realized that I actually have to have my mobile phone vertical, and that's how you can see me properly. And then I was trying to check the audio, and there's like this, whatever you call it, like a barometer thing, but it's for whatever. It was not showing anything. It was just silent. So that's why I was worried about the audio, if you can hear me. But I'm very happy that you can hear me. So, like as I was saying, guys, I am a South African and I live in the city of Johannesburg here in South Africa. But originally, I come from Durban, which is in the east of South Africa, in a province called KwaZulu Natal, or the Kingdom of the Zulus. Obviously, I'm a Zulu myself, and I came to Johannesburg when I was like, I think 11 years old in 1993. I remember it was the 24th of December 1993. So if you don't know much of South African history, back then, South Africa was basically moving towards what we now know as democracy. So the advent of apartheid was actually dying off, and there were a lot of negotiations that were taking place between our oppressors as well as the leaders who were political party formations. They were basically negotiating what we have today, which is our democracy and our constitution. So South Africa is one of the most democratic countries on the planet. I think we drive democracy even harder here in South Africa, but I digress. I was just trying to explain how we got to where we are and why I ended up in Johannesburg in 1993 with my family. So my family were part and parcel of the current ruling party, and they used to be part and parcel of the whole fighting apartheid thing. So my family was always targeted by the other side, and so we had to like flee from one place to another. At one point we landed in Swaziland, which is like a country almost inside South Africa, but not necessarily in South Africa. It's our next door neighbor, and we stayed there for about 4 years, 5 years, and then when things started to die down, that is when we moved back to KwaZulu Natal, which we call KZN in abbreviation. And then my mom was still feeling uncomfortable. So in 1993, she decided to bring us up to Johannesburg. So in Johannesburg, that's where most of my life happened. That means continuing with my primary school. And also I did my high school here in Johannesburg, as well as my university in Johannesburg. So as things were moving, of course, 1994, what do you call this? We went into democracy, and as we were basically building the country, like rebuilding the country from scratch, I kind of also got interested with other things that were happening at the same time, and I always gravitated towards crime stories, like true crime stories, because I always wondered what goes on in someone's mind when they murder somebody, whether you are planning it or doing it or what. But I will tell you a story. My mom had a boyfriend, and this man was very abusive to my mom. I think I was about 6 years old, and so I did something to him. I will do a story time on that, but I think it's something that kind of like made me realize that sometimes when you do something, it's not because you planned it. It's either you were blinded by, with me, I was blinded by rage. I remember I was very angry and also frightened at the same time because the man had a knife and he was basically stabbing my mom. And I also went and got one at 6 years old and then basically trying to save my mom by stabbing him on his the back of his hand. I don't know what I was trying to do, but anyways, it worked because it hurt him badly, to a point where half of his body looked as though he was hit by a stroke because it was not working because of the stab wounds that he had experienced. So that was me at 6 years old protecting my mother. To this very day, I'm a very huge defender of women against abusive men. I get really, really angry when that happens. So I'm not sure if I'm going according to what I was thinking with this life was going to go. Like I said, guys, I did not plan anything. So before I continue, I just like to say hello to some people that have come through. Starlight Animation, Olebile. I think I've already said hi to you and thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. Lehlohonolo, hi. Hey, Sims Wright is in the house. Okay, now I'm nervous officially. What got you interested in teaching people about YouTube? Oh, okay. In case you didn't know, this is my true crime channel. But if you are in, no, I don't think many of the subscribers in this channel know that I have another YouTube channel where I teach YouTube. So to answer that question, the reason why I started teaching about YouTube, I opened that channel on the 3rd of April 2020. You know, by that time, the world was shut down because of Corona. And as a result of that, I knew that things were not going to go well for many people. People were going to lose their jobs, businesses, and stuff like that. But prior to me starting that YouTube channel, In 2019, I was inspired by a very huge South African YouTuber by the name of Owami. And so basically, when I got inspired, I started learning about YouTube. What is YouTube? How to grow their channel? Why people are making so much money on YouTube, to a point where they make millions of dollars on YouTube. And so I realized about few months after I have started researching that I have written what you call it, a 5-page books on all that information. Then I realized that I could actually turn this into an education, a YouTube education a channel, and that's how I opened that channel and I teach, because I believe that YouTube might or is a saving grace for many people, especially in a country like South Africa. As you know, that our constitution, our economy has contracted badly. And as a result, it is not creating jobs. It's also shedding a lot of jobs. Then came this pandemic, which made things even worse. As a result of that, I thought, okay, maybe this is the reason why I should be teaching about YouTube. And then I started teaching people YouTube. And the first time I started my channel, I was teaching people about how to make money online, as well as why you should start your own YouTube channel, as well as living a frugal lifestyle, basically to save whatever you've got from what you have been enjoying for a while, and because now we're in a pandemic. So I felt that the YouTube education was going to help a lot of people. And thus far, I'm very happy that it is, because more and more people, that at least the ones that tell me that they've started their YouTube channel because they watched my videos, some are even monetized and making money. And I get those DMs on my Instagram where they say, hey, thank you so much. This month I made 5,000 Rand from my YouTube channel, something I never, these are people who probably graduate. Some have graduated from university, never found a job until they opened their own YouTube channel. And then they come back and say, oh my goodness, I'm now making my own money. And that makes me very happy. As a matter of fact, I get fulfilled when I hear things like that. So I hope that answers the question. So let me say hello to more people that have come through. Ruth Harvey, hi. Wow, how traumatic for you at 6 years old. This kind of like did mess me up for a while. I'm a Cancer. If you know anything about Cancers, we are very sensitive people. Sometimes, as I was growing older, I felt extremely guilty every time I saw that man, especially when he could not use the vital part of his body, because the part that got damaged, it was the primary part of his body. Like, that's the hand he ate with, wrote with, abused women with. Obviously that came to an end. And yeah, it was quite traumatic for me. And now I'm kind of like, now that I'm older, I no longer feel guilty, because I knew what I was doing was to protect my mom, and this man was going into her with a knife. He was basically killing her. And if I had not done anything, I would probably would have been a motherless child. So yeah, I don't know exactly how to, because I'm not saying I'm proud of what I did. At the same time, I feel like, what was I supposed to do to protect my mom? You see, that's the conflict maybe I am experiencing right now. Let me see, more people have come through. Jennifer Gomez says, Jennifer, hello. It's so nice to see you here. Says called, oh yeah, I see you. Terry Ford, my friend, oh my goodness. I am always happy to see you. Now that you see me, you see how happy I get every time I see your comment. I smile like the way you do. See me now. Hello, my friend. Great to see you. Wow, I love you. Sims Regal, oh my goodness. Yeah, Sims. So that is the reason why I started that YouTube channel. And I'm so glad that it is now picking up in terms of subscribers. I think the reason why it has picked up is because of the recent videos that I have posted on my channel, which, by the way, the information I got it in a secret way. I know a journalist who works, I'm not going to say the name of the magazine, but it's a wealth magazine. So they collect these type of information. And so I sneaked into her notes and I got those numbers. So unbelievably as they sound, it's true. So she's just waiting for her article to be commissioned and then it's going to be published. So yeah, those guys are making really, really good money. Um, Oleti, okay, I'm terrible with names, guys. Okay, let me explain something as well, especially to my South African subscribers. There is a term in this country called coconut. So I'm a first generation coconut. So when I started out school, I did start out in a black school, but I only did grade 1. From grade 2 all the way to matric, it was a again, when I got there, I was the only black kid. So there was never vernac that was taught in those schools. The only 2 languages I learned in was English, first language, and Afrikaans as second language. The only time they started including vernac was when I was matriculating in year 2000. So I missed out on that train. So if I butcher your name and it's a black South African name, that's the reason. I do apologize. I do try my level best to break it down like Ole Tilwe. That sounds, my goodness. Clancy, I'm always looking forward to watching your true crime videos. Thank you so much. Your narration style is just so beautiful. Oh, thank you. See now, I'm blushing. It got me wondering, what do you do professionally? You strike me as a lawyer. I did go to law school. I did Wits Law School, Oliver Schreiner School of Law at Wits. And so I'm a person, let me just put it this way. I'm a person who gets interested in many things. And so as I did my articles, and then when I was done with my articles, meaning now before I wrote my boarding exam, I changed my mind and I started going into other things that which I'm currently working on. I'm going to let you know what that is, but it's something that I also have a very huge passion for. It's a transition from law into it, if you know what I mean. Think of Nelson Mandela. Anyways, so yeah, you would actually be correct. I went to law school at Wits University, and law is my passion. And I think one of the reasons why law became a passion of mine is because of what had happened to my mom and that boyfriend of hers that I think it just stuck in my head that I need to fix something with some of my species. And the only way I could do that is to become a lawyer. I don't know, maybe a prosecutor, make sure that they go and rot in prison. I think that's always something that I have in my head. If you've been watching any of my true crime videos where a woman is murdered, you will see my facial expression. Sometimes I try to soften it because inside I'm just boiling with anger. Like the last case that I did, that one just messed me up. So let me go back to some people that came in. Amukelani. Hi, I'm late. No, you are just 18 minutes late, I guess. Azania, hey, thank you for your support always. I highly, highly appreciate it always. Larato, welcome. Dumelang, really love your channels and your interactions on other channels. Keep on keeping on. Yeah, I truly and honestly enjoy supporting other YouTubers because I believe that this platform can change lives. And if you take your channel seriously, you are going to make significant amount of money someday. Basically become self-sustainable or self-sustained, and you don't have to wake up to a boss and have deadlines and things like that, unless you are going to have brand deals where you're going to have to meet the deadlines, which I hope that for everybody that has channels. Let's proceed. Jennifer says, we love you too, my brother. Yeah. It's genuine. I'm telling you, it's genuine. Rubiatu. Is that how you pronounce your name? Rubiatu. I love that name. It's beautiful. It even sounds beautiful on the tongue. Rubiatu. Mm, okay. Terry Ford, you just made my day, friend. You have such a warm, beautiful spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Howdy, Rubiato. Monique, hi, Monique. Great channel. Would love Birmingham, UK. Thank you so much. You see, one of the things that I was worried about with live streaming is because this channel has people from everywhere around the world. Right now, I'm worried about the people in California. I think right now it's 10 to 6 a.m. And so by the time they wake up, I would have long ended this stream, and I don't want them to be left behind. But anyways, that's time zones at the end of the day. I think they will be able to watch the replay after once this live is over. Tea and crime, my friend. You know when it comes to, let me tell you something. When it comes to true crime, you are my inspiration. That's for real. Tea and crime. You are my inspiration. I love how you narrate your true crime. It's like I'm watching television, like true crime television. It's just awesome. I love that. Azania, I'm a coconut too. So a coconut, if you don't know what it is, it's a black person who is white on the inside simply because of our academic background. We went to white schools as black kids and we were taught by white teachers. And of course, in fact, right now, I'm working on my accent sounding as, how do I put this without being offensive? Like as street as possible, because before I used to sound so white. And so when I started working with, in school, you are protected until you come out into this big bad world, and then people are like, you sound funny. And then you're like, okay, and usually when you sound different from people, there's an alienation that goes on. So I did not like the alienation, especially with the job that I was doing. I wanted to connect with the clients. I wanted to connect with people wherever I went. So I tried my level best to listen carefully how people that went to a township school pronounced words. And so as a result, my accent is beginning to change. I no longer sound as coconut as I used to. So even with Vanek, I'm teaching myself how to read and write isiZulu. I listen to a lot of like these records that you can get from the library. My name is pronounced as spelt or Ruby. Okay. Jessica M Sports, hello everybody. Jessica is saying hello to all of you. The update room. Hi. So good to see you here as well. I am 19 minutes late. My network is extremely bad tonight. Sorry. I don't think you missed much. Since I'm just introducing myself here on these streets. Yes, you got my name right. Rubiatu. Okay, it's very nice. It's a nice name. So yeah, guys, please do ask questions. This is a get to know me, call it a get to know me tag. I don't know. I think I'm going to be directed by your comments down below, how I respond, because like I said, I didn't plan anything. My laptop, as you can see, dark. Usually it will have notes where I read from and then do my videos. So now I started this channel because I kept having this nagging um voice in my head, like, you watch a lot of true crime channels on YouTube, why don't you start your own? And I do see South African true crime YouTubers doing their thing, but one thing, I'm not like criticizing them or maybe bad mouthing them. The only problem that I would have with those channels, as much as I'm subscribed and I follow the channels, is that their videos are way too short. They just cut through the story. And with me, I like to know, who is this individual? Where do you come from? Because you didn't just fall from the sky. You have a family, you have a mom, you have a dad, you have siblings, you come from somewhere, you went to school, you have friends. These people, what do they say about you? Or what do they remember about you? That sort of stuff. Because as you tell that story, you begin to understand or realize that, oh, okay, I see why he or she ended up that way. So I always felt so dissatisfied. And I started doing my research because some people would criticize me that my videos are too long. So before I created this channel, I went and I did my research, and my research showed that the true crime community on YouTube hates videos that are 40 minutes and below. From 41 minutes and above, they love such videos. They will subscribe to the channel and they will watch the videos from the beginning to the end, versus videos that are below the 40-minute mark. And I've done some few experiments of that, and it's true. All the videos where I have less than 40 minutes of videos, they are hardly watched, versus videos that are almost an hour long, they are watched a lot. So then I also realized, then I asked myself, why people are so interested in long form videos. It's because some people use true crime videos as a background sound when they are doing chores. They would basically treat it as if they're listening to a podcast or a radio or something along those lines. So if it's too short, and then now they just finished washing dishes, and now they're about to mop the floor or vacuum, and then the video is over. So if it's an hour long, they are able to do as much as they can in the house, and that's the reason. That's what I found out. If I'm wrong, please do let me know why you like long form videos. But that was my research, and that is why my videos are that long. And I'm not going to compromise on that unless my research of the perpetrator as well as the victim, the information was like maybe it was short, then of course that video is going to be short. But if I have plenty of information about the perpetrator, plenty of information about the victim, then the videos are going to be long. So let's go back to the comments. Let's see what's happening. Terry, when I can, okay, when I can in, okay. Oh, okay. I see you're talking about me defending my mom. What was that about? So he was just abusive. He was an abusive guy. I don't know. This guy just popped from nowhere, and he started taking over the household. And it was just my mom, my big brother, and me at the time. And so he just out of the blue, he started being abusive to my mom. And so he was doing it for a while. I think he was doing it for months. At this point in time, I had enough. And one day I walked into the bedroom while he was busy beating up my mom, and he was stabbing her with a knife called okapi or something. You know, the knife that you flip open. So he was just busy stabbing her. So I ran to the kitchen, got myself a knife, and then I told him to stop it. And I was stabbing him at the back of his hand. So seemingly the knife that I was using kind of like sunk deep into his hand. And I think it cut a very important nerve or vessel, because it left him paralyzed. Half of his body, half of his body was paralyzed because of that injury that I inflicted trying to defend my mother. Yeah. Falef, is that how you pronounce your name? Falef? Hey man, hey, hi. It's good to see you here. That's true. I love the longer true crime videos. Yes, that's the research that showed, at least the hypothesis, that's what it showed. And then it got proven once I started uploading videos. The long form video, the videos that are an hour long, they are around close to 1,000 views, 500 views, and things like that. And the ones that are shorter, they just stuck around the 200 views. So it just proves that people love longer videos. Philip, yeah, totally. I do the dishes to your. You see what I mean? Thank you. Thank you. Azania, what's your moon sign? I am a Cancer. Is it moon sign? I know it's a zodiac sign, star sign. I'm a Cancer. So very, very sensitive people, but very loving at the same time. Yeah, that's us. Rubiato says, yeah, you are right. Tea and crime is also good. Yeah, love, love, love them. It's cancer. Yeah, it is cancer. Terrible. Good for you for saving your mom. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it did mess me up for a while. I felt bad that I had done that. Even the police, when they got there, they were like, he deserves it. That's what they said. But Rubiato, wow, thank God you were there for your mom. Great job. Yeah, I just had to because I think if he continued stabbing her, he definitely would have killed her. So the interesting part is after he basically ran away because apparently he became scared of me. And I remember he told, I don't know, some guy who was interested in my mom. He was like, hey, don't go there. He has this boy who murdered you. See how I look? It's because of him. So apparently that guy ran away. I don't know. So ever since then, I've always been protective of my mom. It's not like I did not want her to date. I wanted her to be happy. But she was also afraid that if she brought somebody, I might not like it. In fact, one time she did test me, and she realized that I was not happy because I had my eye on that guy. I watched him like a hawk, and he was quite afraid, so he decided to leave. And I don't know. Monique says, "Wow, you are courageous. Forgive me. How to pronounce your name? Clantis." Clantis. That's how you pronounce it. So Clantis, like a clan, and then you just put tis. Yeah, that's my name. Apologies. I just want to know. Thank you. No, no, there's nothing to apologize. It's Clantis. I started out using my Zulu name in the beginning of my YouTube journey. My Zulu name is Ntutuko, which means achievement or accomplishment, whichever way you want to put it. So then I realized it was going to be very difficult for people because at that time I didn't realize that YouTube was global and that our videos do go around the world. And so if people from around the world cannot pronounce Ntutuko, I would disadvantage the growth of my channel. So I decided, hey, let's go with Clancis because that's my middle name, which I don't know what it means. My mom called me that. So that's who I am. Oleg Tilwe says, sorry, I might have missed this. Was he your biological? No, he was not my biological father. My biological father is just as softy as I am. My dad, my biological father is just, yeah. If you see me, we are a spitting image of each other. Spitting image. Whenever we stood next to each other, people thought we were twins as I was growing older. So no, my dad was he was a sweetheart. No, this is my two sisters' father, the one that I'm talking about. Um, Monique says, thank you. No, you're welcome. Thank you for asking. Terry Ford says, how many siblings do you have? Do they do the clicking? Terry. Okay, so I've got three names. So if you're a Zulu boy, you get your grandparents. They will give you their own name, and then your parents will give you their own name, and then your paternal grandparents will also give you a name as well. So I ended up with three names. So my two Zulu names, the Ntutuko one was given by my maternal grandparents. Then Ntlantla, see there's the clicks coming in. Ntlantla was given to me by my paternal grandparents, and then Clancy's was given to me by my mom, basically. So, oh, you asked about how many siblings. So I had three siblings, so we were four of us. Unfortunately, my sister, the one that comes after me, passed away in 2006. She just dropped dead. We still don't know what was the problem. She just came home from school and boom, she was gone. So now it's just my older brother, then me, and then my last born sister. So it's three of us right now. Starlight Animation. My question: have you ever worked on a case you found too intense and decided to abort? Yes, actually, you're not allowed to abort a case when you already assigned that case. It's against the law. You have to see through the case. However, I did have a rape case, and I happened to have been assigned as a defense attorney. One thing about me, I'm very good with criminal law, and I I knew that I don't know how to say this because it really messed me up for months. And from that point on, I never wanted to touch a criminal case. So basically, the guy walked out. He walked free. Yeah, he walked free. That's the thing about being a lawyer. You're not supposed to attach your emotions to a case. You do your job, and that's it. Whether the person is guilty or not, that's not for you to say. It's for the court to determine that. So because I knew how to punch the holes and things like that, so he walked, and but that messed me up. And then during the trial, I never wanted to talk to him. I didn't want anything from him. I didn't want to speak to him. Period. And he did throw in some few complaints that I'm not talking to him. I would listen to him, but I would not engage him because, like I said, I hate it when a woman is being abused, especially when damage such as that happens to a woman. So I was not happy. But anyways, I did go back to my boss and said, please never give me cases like this again. But anyways, jobby job. Rabiatu says, I noticed you get bit emotional when doing cases that deal with violence towards women. Yes, I do. I try to hide my emotions. During my research, I cry a lot when I put together the case, and by the time I'm recording, I've kind of like not recovered, but I feel a little better now. I'm able to tell the story, but still, the anger does build up. It really does build up. Who are your favorite YouTubers? This is from Azania. Woo, okay. My favorite YouTubers here let me start here with South Africa. In South Africa is Owami Entertainment. It is Sims Right. She was just here. I'm not sure if she's still around. It's Naledi Mulela. I'm just gonna give five from each country. And then there is the T World, Ndibuti, and she also has a new channel where she does Life with Ndibuti. So that's five. Those are my favorite YouTubers. And then in the US, I love Kelly Stamps, Catherine Manning. I watch a lot of Mr. Beast. I watch a lot of uh, right now, currently, Assad Malik and his wife, and I also love the real. Well, really, South Africa is, I would say, what do you call this, South African, but currently is the new guys that came by, the African diaspora news people. I love that channel, but I do have a whole lot of other favorite channels that I watch. When it comes to true crime, of course, I love Daniel Kirsty. She's a British true crime YouTuber. Bailey Sarian is my favorite as well. Crook Crime is also my favorite, which is what's the channel's name again? Yeah, but she calls it crew crime instead of true. She says crew. I will remember the name later. And then I also Haley Elizabeth. She's hilarious. And then I also watch a lot of Stephanie Harlow. There's a whole lot of true crime channels that are my favorite and that I love very much. I want to name them all. In Britain, I like KSI. I like Daniel Kirsty again. I also like Marcus Brownlee. I don't know if he's American now or whatever, but anyways, I enjoy his channel. In Canada, I like Sunny Leneduzzi. I like Annie Dube, and I'm sure there are others as well that I'm forgetting because this question got me off guard. But there are a lot of YouTubers that are my favorite. In Africa, Watermeyer, love and inspired by Watermeyer. I also love what else in Africa do I like? Uh, I like the guys Zik Loma, hilarious guy. Um, yeah, this question got me off guard, but those are my favorite YouTubers. Let me see more questions. Khalid, oh damn, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's water under the bridge now. How do you unwind after some emotional heavy cases? Whether once you make videos of or once you experienced as a lawyer. Um, I'm a loner most of the time. Basically, I'm a recluse. There's a story time about how I became a recluse. So most of the time, I spend it by myself. I do a lot of meditation. I do a lot of reading. I was just reading some books this afternoon. There's this book I was reading, The President is Missing, by Bill Clinton and James something. Very interesting book, that one. I think they are shading Donald Trump, as far as I could tell. But as an attorney, I did not do many cases as an attorney because I think I tapped out from that case. I no longer wanted to be it. For me, it was like, okay, I had cases, and I just one day walked into the office, handed my principal a resignation letter, I walked away, basically. But I was doing a lot of divorce cases, and I enjoyed those because the men were horrible people. I remember this one case where this man he would bring his mistresses to the house, to his marital home, in the presence of his wife, and he would command his wife to cook for his mistresses. And so eventually she had enough. She came to me and she was like, hey, this man is doing this. I was like, girl, we will take him to the cleaners. And that's exactly what I did. Uh, the way I cleaned him out to a point where the alimony was the wife that had ended up paying him. So he would go to work, earn his money at the end of the month, but 100% of his salary would go to the wife, and the wife then would pay him what he needed to live on. So sometimes she would decide if she wanted him to eat bread alone and tea for for the rest of the month, because his case was so severe that the court was like, there is no way you treat another human being this way. So I made a prayer to the court that we chop him where it hurts the most, and that his salary. And we also blocked that he should not resign, because some men, what they would do, they think they're clever, they will go and resign so that the wife doesn't get anything. So we took the house, and we found out that he had another house that he was using to do stuff. And in all that house, that house, we took it over, and then we sold it, and things like that. So yeah, when it comes to women, I'm very protective. So that is why I enjoyed that, doing that, even though it was always sad to see a marriage break up. But for me to go all out, I need to know the circumstances, because I don't want to go after a marriage that was already in tatters from both sides. I want to know that who is wrong and how can we remedy that situation. If I feel that this marriage does not, it's not supposed to break, because like end up in a divorce simply because both parties are emotional. All I do, I sit them down, counsel them, find out what went wrong, and then we fix that. And I've fixed a lot of marriages as well during my time. So yeah. um so to unwind, I would drink Coke. Guys, that is my weakness. Coke is my weakness. Please, if anybody knows how to quit it, let me know. I'm talking the drink, not the other one. I can't believe I just said that. So Terry asked, or she said, so you were defending him and you were able to get him off. Yeah, unfortunately. You are a good defense attorney. I know that was hard. It was terrible. I cried for weeks. For weeks, I even went to the, which we're not allowed. You're not supposed to go to the victim's house. But somehow I would drive and I would just stop. I would not get out of the car because I just wanted to see that she's okay and things like that. So it was just terrible. Yeah, I saw your comment on Haley Elizabeth's channel. Yes, she cracks me up, that girl. She tells true crime in the most unique way. She's very fun to listen to. Yeah, some people don't like it, but I understand that's her personality. I think when you do something like this, you need to find a defense mechanism. I think with her last case, which I watched on Friday, was it yesterday? She cried, and she was like, she cried because she was describing how painful this victim um, was. What happened to him. So the reason why she would crack these little jokes is to choke away the tears. So I understand her. Starlight says, that was deep. Sorry to bring down the mood. On a lighter note, what was your favorite video or case you worked on that had a happy ending? Okay, let me see. Karabo Mokoena, uh, Palisa Madiba. Um, you mean you mean where the perpetrator got caught and is rotting in prison? If that's what you mean, those are the ones that satisfied me, as well as the one that I did of what's her name again? Hannah Cornelius. I'm glad that those monsters are behind bars. So whenever the perpetrator gets caught, I always celebrate. It's always a good feeling. It shows that the system is working. It's just that I'm a person who is not into the death penalty, because when you go to law school, you do learn about how the miscarriage of justice, where an innocent man or woman is sent to the gallows, and then they find out later that actually, but you can't bring that person back. And so that kind of like changed my perspective about the death penalty. I was against it for a very long time. Now, these days, crimes are becoming extremely heinous. And every time I see a crime that is as heinous as the ones that I do, I get, my mind gets changed about the death penalty all the time. Recently, a final year law student was murdered by her boyfriend. And this man had the audacity to chop her up into pieces, put her in a suitcase, and throw her and dump her on a street corner. I think many South Africans know this case that wrapped up just last October. I'm working on on telling that story, and it's things like that. Like what? Who does that? And all he's going to do, go to prison, and then we on the outside are going to be feeding him, while this poor girl whose family had their hopes on her shoulder now is no longer. So things like that. Terry Ford is like, I like Haley Elizabeth too. Oh my goodness, she's good. She's amazing. Okay, Philette is talking to Terry. Yeah, she's great. Sense of humor is refreshing. Yeah, she is. Rabiato, how about coffee? Oh, I can forget about. Oh my God, Adrian is amazing. Amazing. Not only is he amazing, he's also a great guy. I remember I DM'd him and he responded. I was like, "You almost at 1 million subscribers and you're talking to me." And yeah, he's incredible. I love him. I love him. Terry Ford, I'm a recluse as well. Growing up with 9 siblings, I love the solitude. Yeah, I also love the solitude. You, with being a loner, you don't get into trouble a lot, and you don't also get to spend a lot. Everything is just you. Yeah, I will tell that story. Something happened to me that threw me off. People, but I love people. But at the same time, I'm afraid of people. Let me just put it that way. Jabu Butelezi, hi, good to see you here. That's why you are so gentle with women. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that will be true. That will be true. I'm very, very protective of women. So in South Africa, we have a system of lobola. If a man is interested in marrying your sister or your cousin's sister, they will come and ask. They hand in marriage, but there's a system called lobola where you pay dowry. So all my cousin sisters, I have given them away for only 8,000 rand, not tens of thousands of rands, but 8,000. All of them 8,000. The reason why I make it 8,000 rand is because when the man starts becoming a monster, we're able to give him back his 8,000 rand and bring back our child. Period. And I've done that to two of my cousin sisters. When the man, because most of the men that pay the lobola, that I'm talking the big amounts, when they abuse their wives, they always say, "I paid for you." So I don't want to hear those words said about my sister, especially my little sister. I'm extremely protective of her. If any man touches her, I always say that the police, I'll be the one that calls the police after I've dealt with him with my foot on his chest. And then I'll say, I have done this to this monster. Whatever they do, let them do. At least if I'm in prison, I know why. I'm not going to run away. That's one thing I've always said, and I always told my siblings, especially with my sister. Starlight, we need lawyers like you, Justice. Yeah. Justice is very important to me. Terry Ford, yes, she is. Tea and crime. Hi, nice getting to know you a little more, man. My better half now requires my attention, lol. Peace to all of. Yeah, yeah. Please do attend to her. Thank you for being here, though. Thank you so much. Philette, I used to have a horrible Coke addiction. Honestly, I just ate those flavored gummies and mint tea. Did it help? Because I tried quitting for 3 weeks, and when I don't know, I slipped. And when I slipped, I finished 8 liters in an hour. It's a problem. It's a problem. I need help. Ole, I'm just gonna call you that way. Growing up as a person from Hammanskraal, the rest or the Rasuke case was always a mystery. I was so glad to see you treating it so brilliantly. In your opinion, do you think the conclusion of that case was satisfactory? No, no, it wasn't. It wasn't satisfactory for me. I felt that because the man doesn't want to talk still. Um, that's what irritates me about it. Is that he he feels as though he's in jail. Um, I don't know. That one is very upsetting. I must say, it's as upsetting as Palisa Madiba. Palisa Madiba's case was terrible, and I still feel that the friend knew, and that friend needs to speak. Really, Azania Coke flavored gummies. I've never seen them before. I've never seen them. The updates room cleanses. Let's stop drinking Coke already. You and I are we in the same boat? Seems right one. Yes, I remember. I remember. But she's not talking. I think she cross addicted from Coke because oh yes, when I stopped drinking Coke for 3 weeks, I cross addicted as well. I started drinking coffee a lot. Then I realized that oh, coffee. The reason why I cross addicted is because it has caffeine, just like Coke does. So ah, as a young lady, they are divine. Well, I've never tasted them before. Where are they sold? I would like to know. Terry Ford, how much is 8,000 Rand in American money? Let me quickly check that for you because our Rand fluctuates against the dollar and now and again. So let's see. What is 8,000 Rand in dollars? That would be. Where is it? Uh, please give me a sec. Da, 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 da. That is $549.45. That's how much $549.45. That is 8,000 Rand. So that's how I would do it. I was like, "Nah, I want to be able to go to my account, withdraw your 8,000 Rand and give it back to you. And please bring back my sister. And then I take her to a divorce court and then we'll have a clean divorce. And usually I would give the man a choice. Either you give my sister the divorce without contesting it or you go to jail. You decide. Usually they decide to divorce. And that's how I get to save them. One of them, after divorcing my sister, actually murdered the girlfriend that he got after divorcing my sister. So if I had not done anything, clearly she would have been the one that is no more today. So it's crazy what's going on in South Africa when it comes to femicide. It's terrible, terrible, absolutely terrible. Filet, as I know, right? It's so tasty. Um, where are we now? Filet Ford, about 550 yards. Yeah, about $550 indeed. Rabiato, I'm a Coca-Cola cookie addict. I've never heard of this one. What is that? A Coca-Cola? Oh, cookie. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I thought you said cookie. Yeah, I think they put something in that thing, guys. Let's be honest. For real now. Azania, besides true crime, what else interests you? I'm extremely interested in brain stimulating conversations. I was even thinking of starting like a commentary channel, but I was thinking, this is going to be a lot of work because it's going to need me to research. And already my true crime, I spent 2 weeks on one case. And it takes me 6 hours to film that case. And then it will take me a further 12 hours to edit. Now, imagine I'm doing commentary channel as well, which is going to take me as that much time to research, compile it into a video, and things like that. So I am very much interested in intellectual topics because I'm a curious person by nature. I like to know things. It doesn't matter under what umbrella, whether it's economics, politics, you name them, I'm there. Philip, how did you get into law? What would you give as an advice for someone who wants to become a lawyer in future? It's something that I've always like. I think it sparked out of the incident that happened with my mom's boyfriend and me. Kind of like I felt that the best way to protect women is to study law, become a lawyer, and protect women according to the bounds of the law. I think maybe that is the reason. But I was also interested in medicine. I wanted to be a doctor, but because I'm not good with my hands, I don't know why. Coordination with my hands is not doesn't work. So I was afraid that if I went and studied medicine, people were gonna die in my hands because I was interested in becoming a neurologist. I love anything that has to do with the brain. So becoming a brain surgeon was something that was always on my mind, and that needs stable hands. So I don't have stable hands. So what one needs to do, how would I advise someone who wants to become a lawyer? I sincerely believe that law, medicine, nursing, teaching, as well as something that has to do with humans. I believe it has to be a calling. It must not be something that you do because you think you're going to be wealthy out of it. Then you are not going to do it to the best of your abilities. If it's not your calling, then don't do it. But if you think you can do the job, even though it's not your calling, then go for it. That would be my advice. If it's something that you're doing it because you believe you would be rich within 5 years, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. There are a lot of attorneys that I worked with that were doing the job for the sake of the check, and they were losing cases left, right, and center. And to me, that was unacceptable. A very easy case, they would lose it. I remember even at one point, yeah, never mind. Let me just not talk that story. But some would just be terrible at it because it's not something that is deep within them. They don't care. They just care about the check they get at the end of the month. Yeah. So that's my best advice. Let it be a calling. If it's not a calling, find what is your calling. All of us know what we are called to do because we all have a purpose. If you don't know, then you need to take a journey of self-discovery. Patricia Mutsamai, hi, how old are you and do you have a partner? I am in my late 30s. No, I don't have a partner. I'm a recluse. I live alone. And then Rabiatu says, I think the sentence for homicide in South Africa is very lenient. Seems like most serve just half of their sentences. Well, there is a system where if um, life imprisonment in South Africa is 25 years, and if it is mandatory, it means that you are not going to be eligible for parole for that 25 years if it's mandatory. But if you an exemplary prisoner, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing in prison, as well as showing signs of rehabilitation, then you will become eligible for parole. It's done in most free world, like democratic worlds. Yeah, where I have an issue with sentences is, let's say a person murders 5 people and the sentence is life imprisonment and they'll say it runs concurrently. That drives me up the wall. What I want is that if you murder 2 people, you should serve life imprisonment for each, and it should be mandatory sentence, life sentence. That way, this person spends 50 years in prison, not 25, or become eligible for parole after 17 or even 15 years. That drives me up the wall all the time. Hate it when the sentences are running concurrently. Hate that. But no, it's not necessarily. Everything is sentences are prescribed. So again, it also depends on the circumstance of the case. So if you planned a murder, that's premeditation. Or yeah, it's premeditation. That means you intended kill that individual, and so you would be sent to a mandatory life sentence. But if you murdered somebody, let's say, would the intentions was not there, but you did murder them anyways. So there's a lot that gets involved. Your mental health also plays a role, and that's what would determine whether you are going to be sentenced to life imprisonment or 10 years or 15 years and things like that. So, um, Bambi Killer. I hope I pronounced that right. Oh, Patricia, that's a bit spicy. What did you say? Oh, that's asking me about my Asian partner. Log curiosity, again, we want to know him better. How? Yeah, I am in my late 30s, and yeah, fair. Yeah, yeah, it was a fair question. It was. Philip, do you enjoy music? And if you do, okay, let me reiterate this. I'm a coconut, ne? So being a coconut, you can imagine the type of music I listen to. Okay, yes. Um, if I have, if I'm not listening to rock and garden rock and pop, I would listen to like old school R&B, your 90s R&B. My cell phone is filled with 90s R&B. It's also filled, of course, with my favorite rock bands like Nickelback and things like that. So that's what I listen to. Other than that, I do listen to all kinds of music, but not by choice. If I walk into your house or your car and you listen to some type of music, I'm not going to tell you to switch it off or turn it or play something else. I would listen to it and give it a chance. Who knows? I might like it. Yeah. Philip, do you enjoy me? Okay, I think I answered that. Patricia, I hate how the law doesn't take domestic violence serious. Not all police, though. My experience with that is always with the victim. If the victim is reluctant with her statement and omits a lot of details, but still wants to see the man punished, when you usually the courts work with evidence, and it also works with the victim's words. So if the victim is going to omit important details, then that's how the case is going to go. Is going to The sentence will end up being as lenient as what the victim has said on her statement. So in some cases they withdraw, and it does also weigh. To be fair with the police, it sometimes weigh heavy on the police when they're now ready to go and arrest the guy. But just before they arrest the guy, the victim comes back and say, "You know what? I changed my mind." So the police at this point, I'm not defending them, but I just want you to also understand what goes on in these police stations as well. Yes, there are very uncaring police as well. When a woman walks in, they look at how she's dressed, which is completely wrong. Wrong. And those police are not supposed to be. Oh yeah, by the way, policing as well is supposed to be a calling, not a job provider. You need to be called to be a police. So you can tell when a police is called to do that because they're very dedicated. So in most cases, you'll find that the victim, because she's still in love with the abuser, then they'll be very vague on their statements. I've read so many vague statements to a point where I would interrogate the victim and then get out all that information that I need, and then that's when they would get heavy sentences and guaranteed conviction. So that's sometimes that's the problem, and it's a problem that nobody discusses or maybe afraid to discuss because they think they are going to be called out to defend. No, it's not. Terry Clantis, thank you for all your hard work and the passion in which you do in your work. I love your channel and always look forward to your uploads. Be blessed, your and all your subscribers. Goodbye. Good night on my side, Terry. It's now 20 to 11 p.m. here. And ooh, I've gone over an hour with this. Okay, I think, guys, we need to wrap up this live. If you have any more questions, let's do the last 5 and then I will close the live stream. Thank you so much, Terry, for being here. You're highly loved by me, and thank you for your support always. In which you show in your work. Yeah, thank you. I do put in my heart and soul in these cases. Azania, are you extroverted or introverted? I'm in between. I'm in between. For me, at first, I'm introverted. The moment I get to know you and then I start feeling comfortable around you, that's when my personality comes out. And then you'll be like, wow, this guy is an extrovert. But in the beginning, I'm very reserved because I'm studying you. And one of the things that I do not like is stupidity. I don't know how to be stupid, never been stupid. I don't know how it tastes or feels like. So the first thing that I protect myself when I meet somebody new is to like suss that out. Can we be adults who are at the same level all around? So I don't know. You can, yeah, I'm in between. I'll say that. It's 4:40 p.m. here. This is the East Coast, right? Rabiatu, please do live streaming at least once a month. That's true. If actually, that was my plan. I was thinking, hey, I should do live streaming once a month. As I'm doing this, I'm like, I was terrified in the beginning. Patricia, which country is that, Terry? That's USA. Terry's from the US. Philip, I guess a last question is, what is something you really wish for? A desire or a dream you have? Um, you know, I'm always people oriented, and I have this YouTube channel, the Real Clancy's Tutorials. It teaches people about YouTube. My dream is to see at least 100 South Africans on the richest, 100 richest, no, not the 100 richest, but I want to see 100 South Africans making it on the top richest YouTubers, as well as at least 1,000 Africans on those lists. When they talk about wealthy YouTubers, they must talk about South Africans as well as African YouTubers. That's actually what I am working hard on accomplishing. I know at this point in time, it's not going to hit, but eventually I think it's going to resonate and hit across. So I think, yeah, most of my, I think with me, I don't know, personally, vote me as the South African president and I will, yeah, I had something in mind that I wanted to say. Any man that abuses women, they will not be free. Let's just put it that way. If you vote me as president, I will not give them rest. I will frustrate them. I will make sure that anybody with an abusive mentality, that if they see a woman walking alone in the middle of the night with her cell phone, they'll be afraid to even approach her. I don't want them to not to approach women for good purposes, but if they have a bad intentions, they must be afraid because I'm coming for them. I guess, okay, I got that one. Rubiato 441, my side, East Coast, right? Hey, David. Hi. Oh my goodness, you're coming in a little late. I'm about to close this live. Hi, Clancy. Just saw you going live. So glad to see you. I'm so happy to see you as well. That this signal the Signal communication platform. I don't know what happened. I've been trying to respond to your message, but it just not go through. I don't know what's happening with it. Affiliate 2241. Yeah, for me it's 2244 on my end as well. Terry, United States, Michigan. Michigan, is that northeast, ne? Or Midwest? Where is it? Patricia, 2241, South Africa. Yes, same. Yeah, certainly do more lives. I would definitely do that. I'm in Canada. Oh, Roberto in Canada. Nice. Ole, thank you, Clances. This was a great stream. Wish you the very best for your channels and career. Can't wait to see the channel keep growing. Yeah, and thanks. So I'm very grateful to people like you and everybody that has been in this live stream. Guys, you made this so easy. I was terrified. I was scared. Dine with Sonia. Hi, how's Namibia this evening? It's so good to see you here. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Philip, I'm from Southeast Europe. Oh, nice. Where is that? Southeast Europe. Where is that? That would be like Italy and stuff. Dino Sonia. Then I'm also South Africa. Yeah, Southwest Africa. You guys, why did you take? Never mind. Let's not get into politics. Philip, that's a really noble wish. If I was South African, I would definitely vote for you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Namibia is awesome. Great. So, guys, let me say good night and also good day and good afternoon. People in California, I know I got a lot of them. They will be not happy with me, but there's nothing I could have done because if I had to cater for them, I would have to have sat all the way till 3 a.m. my side, which is Monday, and I need to be at work tomorrow. So they will just catch the replay. But I'm very grateful to all of you that have come through. I highly, highly, highly appreciate you. You're all awesome. So I will definitely go back to my upload schedule as of next Sunday. So thank you for your patience as well with the last week video. Unfortunately, that footage just disappeared. I was so crushed because that case, I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed editing it, and I thought you guys were also going to enjoy it. But unfortunately, the footage just disappeared. I was crushed, 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 crushed. Yeah. So good night, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this live stream. My first live stream. I promise you, we will do this at least once a month. So thank you and good night. Much love.